Hi, Veera. Is this audible? Online participants, could you please? Thank you. Good evening all. Any clarifications or doubts, please feel free to ask. Radhika, is it okay now? Radhika? Somebody we asked, like, it is echoing, they are saying. Just a minute, Rajneesh. Our technical team is looking into. Just give me a moment. But ఎక్కువ వచ్చేస్తుంది అంటే రీసౌండ్ వస్తుంది కొంచెం ఆన్ డిస్టర్బెన్స్. Hi everyone, is it okay now? Okay, great. Yeah, thank you. So it's 6:10 problems that come, sir. Sure. 2 minutes. Yeah. Any clarifications for yesterday's session? Please feel free to ask. We'll start next in 2 minutes. If you don't wait. Yeah. See, consistency is what transforms an average into an excellence. How far this is relevant to us? What is meant by consistency here? What is that we need to consider? Feel free to come out. Okay, please. That is very much essential. Sure, Akhil.
స్లైడ్ కంటిన్యూస్లీ ఉండేది నా స్లైడ్ మీద ఉంది ఇక్కడ అవ్వడం లేదు స్లైడ్ లో సార్ అది పెట్టేసి స్క్రీన్ ఇచ్చేసేయండి మనం చేంజ్ చేద్దాం. అంటే వాళ్ళకి డౌట్స్ చాలా వస్తున్నాయి అందువల్ల. Yeah. Hi Ravikant, is it good now? Yeah, thank you. Thanks for confirmation. Yeah, without further delay, we move further. Okay. See, just to recap what we have done yesterday, what exactly the Salesforce? Salesforce is a CRM. Okay. cloud-based application. Okay, it is not limited to say a CRM. Now it is having a platform. What is meant by platform? It is not just an application. Say for example, if you take as a Gmail, in general now we are using Gmail for only purely receiving the mail and sending the mail. If apart from that, if you see our Gmail account, it is not limited to only mail. You do have your drive, Google Drive, and then apart from that, plethora of options you have. Once you have a Gmail account, it is not limited to mail. You do have many features. Okay, so what I want to say here is CRM, Salesforce is a CRM, customer relationship management software. Okay, and it's a cloud-based application. Now today definitely we'll go through one by one, like what is meant by cloud and what are the various options we have and all. Okay, and then this we have seen why I have explained this. The purpose here is to assure we are in the right track. Today when I am opting Salesforce as my career, this really gives me edge in the market, and I no need to switch over to other technologies. Some of the technologies, if you see, excuse me, could you stop? Yeah. If you see some of the technologies over a period, maybe 5 years, 6 years, 8 years, again, you need to switch. That will be sunset or somehow it will not exist in the world. So we need to move. So what I want to tell from this is organization, they want to be number one. It is not for 8 years forever. For that, they are doing acquisitions. I came to know that like acquisition means what? We are merging, we are taking other businesses as well into our entity, into Salesforce. Say for example, Tableau is a BI tool, which is number one. I can say that volume wise, performance wise, everywhere it is number one in BI space. If you give various sources, I can say some 77 various sources. What is meant by source? Excel is a source. Oracle database is a source. Microsoft SQL is a source. Like that, if you give any source to Power BI like our Tableau, and it can transform and give you various insights. Of course, as a programmer or as a developer, I have to bring that data into KPIs. What is meant by KPI? Key performance indicators, or we can also call it as metrics. Usually we do work. Today is being a weekend. Obviously, weekend meetings or Monday, we need to send a report to your superior. The superior, how he will be receiving? Now we are all just entered into the organization. As a developer, as an admin, business analyst, based on your interest and all, you have entered. Obviously, over a week, what you have done, that you will be sending in the form of a report. Of course, we do have various meetings now, okay, kickoff meetings and then daily stand-up meetings and all. Obviously, the progress will be tracked. However, this needs to be percolated to the senior management. Now, what is that report which they will be sending? Okay, what is planned and where we are currently? Is there any risk? If it is a risk, then how do we mitigate? So these are all the things which will be given as a report. Okay, so now if we have like BI and all these reports, which will be a real time, which you no need to update. Once your data is key in, the report or a dashboard will reflect the reports or status of the metrics. Okay, so now even they have acquired Tableau. It is not limited to Tableau. We do have some Slack. Slack is basically, if you see here, Slack is basically a collaborative tool. If you see here, this is a Slack. Okay, what we can do? We do have various channels. What is the purpose of this channel? Say, for example, if you see here, helps TechForce. What is this TechForce? TechForce is the IT team of Salesforce. If I have some help, I need some help. What I do? I raise ticket in this. Then automatically I will be receiving response from people. What is that I want to emphasize? Now, Slack is one of the great tool. So even Salesforce has acquired that. Why? Because to improve the customer satisfaction. How Slack and how customer satisfaction? Definitely, I'll give you just in a while some example by that which we'll be able to appreciate. And then yesterday we have seen few keywords. I'm not saying all the keywords which we have looked into. So this we will be looking into very soon over a period. Okay, it takes its own time. So when we are going further, obviously we will be able to appreciate all these things as and when required. I'll emphasize. Okay, so one thing, as I have explained, application lifecycle management. What is meant by application lifecycle management is typically as and when a new idea has evolved. I mean to say now digitization, the complete world is moving towards digitization. What is meant by digitization? Say, for example, currently the process which we are doing manually, or some of the tools like Excel. Okay, Excel is a great tool. Many of the small and big companies are also Excel. They are using Excel for doing many things, for calculations and all. But is it really good, or is it that is the optimum way of utilizing the Excel? The answer is no, because it is not real time. If we have any application like a Salesforce or any application for the relevant area, then these Excels can be key in and your data will be online. So as and when I need the reports, then automatically we'll get. It is not only for the sake of a report, just many other areas as well. Okay, so digitization is basically what it means. Whatever current business process which we are doing, either manually or semi-automated, we are converting completely into automation. Okay, so those are all digitization only. Okay, so in this, from ideation and then start development, these areas will iterate multiple times, and then we will be entering into operations. Okay, so this is what just I want to say that. Okay, so our team is giving that yesterday's recording. So please feel free, whoever not attended, please utilize that. Okay, thank you. Okay, see, just I want to give you one tool. Why I am calling it as a tool, you are all aware of. If not, just at least I'll explain just in 30 seconds. See, 5W1H. What is this 5W1H is? Of course, in front of you, you have what, why, who, where, when, and how. So this is the one great tool. Whenever you are learning something new, please try to ask yourself, okay, whatever topic you learn, it is not limited to Salesforce. In your personal life, whatever you do, please try to think and ask yourself, what exactly meant by that? Say, I'm doing one activity. What is this activity all about? First of all, I should have a complete knowledge on that activity. Once I have a big picture, people used to call it as in a corporate world, big picture, big picture. Do you have a big picture? What is meant by big picture? So if I know the complete 30,000 feet, and then I can come down and I come to the ground zero and then start implementing that. Okay. So whenever you do something, please try to ask yourself for each and every concept, whatever you're doing. Okay. So that really gives you good edge in progress. Hence, I want to inculcate this practice. Hence, instead of a paragraph, I have converted into the same tool. Okay. Now, what is a Salesforce? The answer is there. Okay. This is a CRM platform. Deliver services to every customer anywhere and anytime. I mean to say it's a real time. Okay. No lag. And then anywhere. Even place is also not a constraint and time is also not constraint, because this being a cloud. Okay. Very few minutes. What exactly on premise? Now cloud is coming very recently. It is booming like anything. But what about 20 years before or 15 years before? Is the IT industry doesn't exist? IT industry is there. Then why we are calling now only cloud? If you think of Salesforce started at 2000 with cloud only. They haven't given at all as a on-premise. The day one they started with cloud. But now the boom has come because many of the customers, exclusively like startups and small to mid business, are really getting the benefit out of that. Hence the boom has come. Okay, not that mean today only cloud has evolved. It is there from ages. I mean to say minimum of 2 decades, because that is the best example. Like Salesforce has evolved as a cloud software only. Okay, now and then why? Because you do have all these things. Okay, this is a one-stop shop. What is this? For a customer relationship management, I'll take 2 to 3 minutes here to explain what are the typical customer engagement, where exactly we will be interacting with customer. Okay, either a customer need a product like a mobile or a car, bike, whatever, any product that is physical form. If it is software like Salesforce, that is also product only. Okay, so what I mean to say is like physical and non-physical, or tangible, non-tangible, which I am saying. So product or a service. Now Salesforce will also come under service only. Basically subscription. Whatever internet you use or whatever mobile plans you use, these are all subscriptions. The same way Salesforce also, we can take whichever module you need as a subscription. Is it clear? Okay. Now, what are the various modules we have? When we say our complete gamut of our sales is common for all the organization. Can we say any one organization which is not having any sales? If it is an organization, medium, small, startup, or big enterprises, everywhere sales is common, isn't it? So this is required for all the organization, across the organizations. Now, how it evolved? Just I'll give you a brief about this. So basically, which starts from marketing. Okay, so how we do have in corporates or any area, we do have marketing as a separate department. What is the primary purpose of the marketing? Selling goods. Basically, they want to identify who are all interested customers. Okay, they need to identify who is interested in my service or my product. Okay, they have to identify. For that, they do some campaigns. Okay, they conduct campaigns in various forms. Now in digital world, if you see typically, if we go INOX or any malls, obviously you will see some bench or any new product or electronic cars or bikes or jewelry. Nowadays, whenever you see INOX or some hyper malls, you will be seeing, what is that? Basically a campaign. In malls, big malls, what they're doing? Basically a campaign. What is that they are getting? Whoever entered into the mall, every individual will not go and visit. Whoever at least wants to see, know, or interested to buy, only those will go. So now ultimately they will be giving some freebies to get your contact. Typically they are getting leads. What we call it as lead. Okay, now what is meant by lead? Now, say for example, like Swami or Sai or somebody, there is a BMW bike, which is 3.5 lakhs or 4 lakhs, just he wants to buy. So he has taken a test drive. Obviously, what they will take after the test drive, they will ask you, please give your feedback. Okay, one is a feedback. And on top of that, also they takes you your phone number and your name. Okay, so what happens? As soon as you give this, you lead generation. Now, is it Sai is definitely purchases? No, just he is interested. He may or may not buy. Now marketing team responsibility is to identify who are all interested. Okay, once they have identified such leads, those will, leads means tracking. So tracking is a word, as such English is different. Basically a lead is basically as and when we have identified a interested parties. Okay, interested parties, for them we call it as, of course we can track as a process. Okay, so now what marketing team does? Marketing team, as soon as they identify leads, they will give it to sales department. Now sales as a separate team will enter into the picture now. They will interact with you by giving additional information. It could be they may ask you to visit the showroom or whichever is possible based on your product or a service. They will give you all various means to become a customer. Okay, so now lead got identified at marketing. Now marketing is a separate function, department. Now we have entered the Sai or Swami into sales. Now lead will be converted in SalesForce. Leads will be converted into account, opportunity, and contact. Okay, if the person is for the first time, then account will be created. Say for example, okay, for example, say some organization has approached Naresh IT to conduct training. So now the organization is coming to Naresh IT for the first time, then the organization name will be registered. And then who is this POC? What is the phone number, mail ID? All the details will be considered while converting a lead into opportunity, account, and contact. Is it clear so far? Okay. So now this is what sales team, and now from here, the sales team will follow up. The opportunity is at initial stage. This stage may exist for few minutes or hours to years together, because whenever you go for a big organization, tier 1 organization, this opportunity to convert into customer takes some time. That time cannot be defined based on your business, based on your product. This time may vary. You do have multiple back and forth, or I can say multiple interaction to convert this probable customer into customer. Okay, so till now he is may or may not, but ultimately he has converted as a customer. Once he become a customer, now this ball or this responsibility moved from sales to support. Okay, now I do have some car or bike. So I had initially, because in my college they have conducted one campaign. So I have seen that moreover I'm interested because they are offering some freebies and all. So ultimately I have purchased. Now you become a customer. So sales team will not interact with you no more because you have become a customer. Now you become a customer. Hence going forward, the bike servicing, henceforth all the servicing, separate team will work. That is nothing but a service team. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So support team. Excellent. Support team will interact. Now you may ask, of course, this is the process for whether is it a small company, big company, or tier 1 company. All the companies are having the same process. Then what is great in this? Isn't it? What is great? Every organization is doing the same. Isn't it? Obviously this question will come, no? Then why you are saying today itself? This is not new. From ages we are doing the business. Then why today only? Okay. Only thing is we do have technology. The technology is changing the world like anything. Yesterday also we discussed, okay, even an IT department and many of the companies, if you see in the government area, like a passport or some of the things which revolutionized. Once upon a time, we need to wait in the queue for years or months, but right now it is not required. This is the advantage of the technology. You says the technology in the right place, right time, then definitely human life will really get a benefit out of that. So that is the advantage. And moreover, many of the organization having this information in silos. What is meant by silos? Okay, they do not have one-stop shop. I mean to say, for marketing, they don't want to invest some amount because they are using in Excel. Are you getting my point? They are using Excel. my kaam chalta hai for Excel. So they are doing that. Now, sales team, they are having some product. Okay, support, obviously they have different tools in the market. So they have. Now, what is the advantage if you have all or in one place, if you do not have? Just a simple example. Now, I have moved very recently from Bangalore to Hyderabad. Okay, so now I want to take an internet connection. So I have gone to a website, and then I have given my requisition. As soon as I have put my request, then obviously people got approached me, and then I have taken one subscription out of multiple vendors and over. Now, the pity thing is, whichever subscription taken from the vendor, the same vendor, even till today, I am getting a phone call. Will you be able to interested to take my, are you getting my point? Where exactly the gap? Now, my marketing is different, sales is different, and service are different. Now, do I have an interest on the service what I'm taking? So, see, the same way, if you see, this is simple sentence which I am saying as a one person. But the rest of the people also will have the same feeling, right? Nowadays, people are very busy and they don't want unwanted call. Don't disturb which we are using in a mobile. Then why do we need to have a call? If you have one-stop shop like SalesForce, that helps you. How many times you have interacted with your customer right from the scratch? I mean to say, when you are in the college for the first time, even a phone or a chat, everything will be recorded and that will be tracked even till the end. Are you getting the benefit of thing? Now, how many times I have interacted during marketing, that will be there as a record in this, please. SalesForce. Close that. Close that. Please close it. Yeah. So now what happened? Each and every instance of communication with the customer, it is tracked. Now, what is the benefit? Now, whenever the support team, many a times, if you see some of the companies, if you call, automatically they will give you your name. You don't need to say, my name is so-and-so. Have you observed? For me, some of the services, I could see that. How they are getting? As soon as the registered mobile, if you call, then automatically the screen will pop up. He is Mr. Veera and he has taken so-and-so service. And recently he has raised some complaints. These are all the things will come in the screen. Are you getting my point? So this is the advantage of one-stop shop. Okay. And now, whenever I'm interested in that area, what exactly will get it? The benefit out of it here is, see, this is what when we are having a silos. See here, I have some desk, slips, yellow slips, post-its. See, my communication is scattered. Silos, this is what meant by silos. But once you implement the same like SalesForce, you will get like this. What is this? Okay. So now, whatever you see in the desktop, the same you are seeing in the tab. What you are seeing in the tab, you are seeing in the mobile. I mean to say here, whatever means of communication, it could be a phone or it could be a mail, everything will be tracked and under the same account, it will be there as a history. Now, whatever registered mobile or registered mail to whom you are sending, automatically things will come. You no need to bother. The headache is gone. Is this clear? So this is the advantage when we take one-stop shop. Like SalesForce is giving that. We no need to go for multiple vendors. Okay. All the different departments can work together and they can improve the business. Even business has given some statistics as well, whoever using. Okay. Some 38% improvement in the business because of without having silos, which is an integrated system. Okay. So now, who can use this? Now, all the startups, okay, just it is a subscription based. So obviously from small to medium business, small in the sense even startups also, and then even big enterprises as well. And then what are the various clouds we have? Yeah, we do have marketing, sales, services. These are three predominantly as a CRM. It is not limited to even commerce like Amazon or Flipkart. These are all the things also possible from Salesforce. Without moving outside, you can get it. Now, this is not limited to this. Even your HR, even your finance, all various departments can use this application for their needs. Okay. Now, how do we? Obviously, the tool is a low code. This is what, once again, yesterday, what is meant by product? Why do we need to understand? First of all, whenever we implement any product, because I'm an expert developer, we will not go and do any development. As is, we take that. First of all, we think, we do analysis. Okay. We do analysis. Various jargons will come into picture when we go for that. I'll be explaining like fitment gap, to be, as is, so many things will come into picture. Okay. And finally, they'll be using whatever, how much percentage of configuration I can do. Okay. Now my application as is 85% fits. Okay. Including logo update, my company logo, my company timings, all those zones, everything. Okay. Those are all configuration only. Only 15% we need to do enhancement or okay, customization, because that is unique to my organization. Hence, that is there. Okay. Even sometimes this percentage may vary, even 5%, 10% also. Okay. It is not mandatory. Hence, right now, what we are learning as a Salesforce here, as an admin, as a declarative developer, and then programming development. So now we are learning these three. By that, you will understand all the areas very thoroughly. What can cater for admin, what can cater for low code, and what can go for pro code. Is this clear so far? Online? Mahesh, is it not audible? We have started like half an hour before. Okay. Okay. Then obviously, like now we'll, excellent. Thank you, Ravikant. Okay. So we need to understand now so-called like cloud. Many times which we have used this. So prior to go for that, what exactly cloud? In a simple sense, okay, different services through internet. If we can understand this word, this is more than enough. I mean to say, we will use the services as and when you need. A simple best example. Okay. So in general, I'm not undermining like IRCTC or something. Whenever you take 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, whenever booking starts, is this seamless or it takes some time? Whenever you book something, okay, simple and like why I am saying is some of the times, like, you know, if it is existing on-premise applications, if the services are not adequate, then obviously we might feel that the services are not performing as is. Like some of the times I could see in IRCTC, whenever I'm booking at 11 o'clock, okay, just started, but as soon as 16 seconds or 32 seconds, the waiting list has come. Okay, because of the speed. Okay, is it not your speed? Of course, your speed is also very important, and the server speed is also very important. Okay, now these are all because of on-premise applications and all. Okay, how to overcome this? As and when you need such specific time zones, you can increase your resources only for few minutes or few hours or few days. Using cloud, what you can do is 10 o'clock, only 10 minutes, my bandwidth is very heavy. Because of only 10 minutes daily, I cannot put high-end servers, high-end RAM, everything. Okay. If I need business, I have to. But is it a really apt solution? No. Because of 10 minutes in a day, I have to put huge efforts, huge cost. But that has replaced by cloud. For only 10 minutes, whatever RAM, whatever resources you need, network, computation, storage, Everything you can hire for only 10 minutes. Is it not good solution? Instead of using for completely, just you are using for only 10 seconds or 10 minutes, whatever time you want. It could be 10 minutes or it could be 1 hour. Why do I waste my resources for rest of the 23 hours, which I am not consuming? Is it clear? If we can understand this, cloud is this much. Okay, of course, we do have jargons and all. Just I'll be explaining what are the various characteristics we have. On-demand self-services, I mean to say, as and when you need, you no need to approach anybody. Just put a request. I need now 32 GB. Now it should be 64. Whatever time slot you need, all those details you fulfill, automatically that will be extended. Of course, they do have turnaround time. I mean to say, in order to do that, maybe 2 minutes, 10 minutes required. Prior to that, if you do that, automatically it will be upgraded and all. Similarly, end time once you give, it will be downgraded. So I mean to say scaling. Technically we use the word scaling. I mean to say just ups, down, everything is possible. And then, so obviously network, resource pooling, rapid elasticity, these are all the things will come under the same. What are the advantages? Obviously cost saving. This is very much essential. Okay, because profits are marginals now. Profits are not becoming so huge because the input costs are very heavy. Same way, we cannot also parallelly, proportionately, we cannot increase the MRP as well. So how do we adjust these things? This is a way we can optimize the things. All the corporates will work for this. Okay, no doubt about it. So, and then security, flexibility, these are all various advantages which we'll be gaining. Okay, one more thing, disaster recovery. And we have seen like last year, sometimes we do have floods completely. Many, even cars, electronic items, everything gets spoiled. Okay. So now the same way, if I have my data center here, I have a flood, then obviously if none of the people are unable to use of your services, but business cannot stop because of only one location. I am unable to do the business. So we do have data centers, I mean to say different geographical location. Okay, if this data center is not working, automatically they will work with different data centers. So they have some rules and all to establish and all. Whereas a cloud perspective, we do not have, we no need to worry about that because the cloud provider will look into all these areas. Okay, if something goes in one particular region, then automatically he will connect to the different region. That is not our headache. Okay. So these are the advantages. Just to give you a glimpse, what are the various services we have here? These are Sumant, takes some time. Sorry, I am unable to get this word. Sumant, is it clear? Okay, so software as a service. What is meant by software as a service? Okay, this is as good as whatever internet you are getting. I need 100 Mbps. Basis on my need, I have subscribed for either a pre or post. Okay, whether is it a pre or post, whichever is applicable, required for you, you will be opted for. Now, whatever need you have, you will be using. So how you are getting, that is not your business. Ultimately, the service provider has to provide you whatever you have, your requirement is. Okay, so that is basically underlying how he is bringing the same service to you. That is not your headache at all. You no need to bother, I mean to say. Okay, that is basically a simple SaaS based, or in other words, like pizzas. What you are doing, just you are opting whichever flavors you want. So obviously you are getting in whatever minutes, 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever timeline they have, obviously you are getting. So none of the things, you are not working, you are not preparing anything, dough or whatever in your area. Okay, so now in the same pizza scenario, if you take here in a SaaS, whatever you are ordering a pizza, whichever top up you want, that is basically a SaaS. None of the things you are doing, only you are selecting whichever variant you want, and then you are paying for that amount. That's it. That is the only thing which you need to do for that SaaS based. Now, if you go beyond, what exactly this? What is the difference between this? Now, SalesForce, I have purchased as a SaaS product. I mean to say, whatever product I have, I will use as is. Is it clear? I am not doing any modifications, but there is a need to do some customizations. Okay. In that scenario, we need to take the service as platform as a service. What is the advantage? You are getting the Salesforce platform. By that, you can do some customization if it is a PaaS. Okay. So Salesforce is also providing you PaaS services. Okay. So, and then infrastructure. The advantage of infrastructure here is, if you want to build your own applications, then you can go for infrastructure as well. Whatever runtime we have, whatever middleware you need, all those things you can build by your own. Okay. We do have various other applications. So now Salesforce as is sales, service, all the clouds will come under SaaS. Force.com, Heroku, okay, MuleSoft, these are all will come under PaaS, platform as a service. Force.com will provide you the flexibility to customize the products. Whatever services they are giving, like sales, marketing, commerce, whatnot, all these things as a PaaS, you can customize that. Okay. So force.com will come under PaaS from Salesforce. If it is directly you are purchasing a cloud without having any changes, then you can consider that as a SaaS. However, we need to do some modifications and all, hence those are all will come under as a PaaS services. Okay. Now, just if you see the contrary of this, traditional IT, if you see, everything you need to do, right from the physical system, building should be there. On top of that, you need to have your own network, and then you need to have your own servers, and then you need to have a licenses for that. It is not sufficient you have your server. Obviously, whether is it a Linux or Windows or whatever server, you also need a technical person to manage that. So these are all very high end. If the organization is very huge, like Microsoft or Amazon and all, for them it is viable some extent, but for the small, like medium startups and all, these are all very expensive. Okay. So these are all the ways now the cloud has becoming emerging as a great alternative to traditional one. Okay. This is what I have explained. So what I mean to say is, if you have the information in silos, this is what will happen. Okay. So obviously we need to, though you have purchased the product or a service, still you need to get the calls. That is the big mistake or pain we need to consider if the services are not integrated. Okay. If you have integrated, then seamlessly they will not disturb you. And even you also, obviously, if you see the research, 55% of the market always comes from existing customers only. Okay, this is what the survey. Okay, so I'm already using one service. I'm really satisfied with the service. Obviously, as a mouth publicity, you also tell to your friend, though the company is not giving you not even a single pie for that, but still, because you have happy. Okay, the customer is satisfied, and so obviously he will give his own publicity. That is a way, like 55% of the business always comes from existing customers. Okay, so why Salesforce is so aggressive? Because to increase that customer satisfaction levels, hence they are doing that. Now, these are the various figures from the existing customers, like, faster decision making. Okay, 29%. And then faster collaboration. We do have chatter. Chatter is nothing but social. What I mean to say is how we do have social media. Okay, similar way, chatter is also kind of a product, but this is private. I mean to say, within the organization, you can use chatter. Now, what is the limit? Within the organization, I can bindas, I can do all the communications. Okay, in this also you can create a channel, private or public. Say, for example, now we are all at 15th September batch. So I can create one private room for 15th September. So now we all can communicate, okay, as a private. Now Naresh IT having different courses, different batches. If I have a public, then automatically I can communicate across for different courses also. That is basically a public. However, chatter has a limitation. Within Naresh IT only I will be able to communicate. Okay. Of course, we can do communicate with even external party with restrictions. To overcome that, they have purchased a Slack. Okay. With Slack, you can create your channels and directly from third party person with minimum configuration, directly you can interact. If I want to interact with a partner, if I want to interact with a customer, those are all quite possible with Slack seamlessly. That is the reason SalesForce has taken Slack as their product. Okay. So collaboration. To collaborate, the SalesForce has taken Slack. Okay. With this, okay. Now we are entering into a basic one, like what exactly the architecture of the SalesForce. Just we need to understand once. Over a period, you will be able to appreciate when we are doing our regular day in day on work and all. So typically, SalesForce follows a multi-tenant architecture. Okay. And then also metadata architecture. These are the two principles. Please try to understand whatever max you can do. Okay. So what is meant by multi-tenant? The simple example, if you see where we are in a gated community, if you consider as a gated community or a big skyscrapers and all, so whatever resources like water, power, internet, and all those things, based on your usage, you will be getting. From where you are getting, that is not your business. Whether am I getting whatever required, okay, for my usage. Okay, so simple. What I mean to say here is this is a multi-tenant architecture. The purpose of multi-tenant is same environment will be used by multiple customers. If we can understand this much, this is more than enough. What I mean to say is multi-tenant is underlying technology, underlying instance is common across the customers. By that, organization is also benefiting because they can give you the service with a little amount only. Okay. So say for example, I do have a car. I'm personally using only one person. Instead of that, the same my neighbor is from the same organization. We both as a pooling, we can go. Isn't it? When we are going to the organization with the same car, obviously we are utilizing these resources, right? But every individual's personality, security, everything is same. The other example, just to understand in a better way, we do have bank lockers. Okay. The primary purpose of bank lockers to preserve the things, important things like could be documents, gold, whatnot. Okay. If you want to preserve things, then obviously you use the bank locker. So you have opted one bank. If you see that strong room is common across the customers, but will you be able to get the data in the sense assets or money or documents of others? Obviously you have security, right? This is a simple funda of multi-thread. Sorry, what is this? Like multi-tenant. What is meant by multi-tenant? Simply the same instance will be used for across the customers without compromising the performance, without compromising the security. In a bank, okay, n number of customers are there using the same strong room to preserve their valuables. Now, I cannot go and use the other persons. They have their own code of conduct to maintain that. Similar way, SalesForce also ensures the security as a primary thing. Okay, so we no need to think twice whether security is good or not. Okay, so for that we do have a separate sites also like trust.salesforce.com. In that we can go and we can also check which domain and which cluster we are using and many other things also we can get from there. What is the performance? All those details we can get from trust.salesforce.com. Okay, and then what is meant by metadata? Metadata, basically data of data. I mean to say for example, I do have, we are all aware of, I believe, database. Have you heard the database? In database, we do have tables, okay? In the form of a rows and columns, the data will be storing. So whatever data, as an example, employee as a table. When you consider an employee table, what are the columns could exist? Employee ID, employee name, employee mail ID, phone number. So these are all his personal data of birth and many other details. Even sensitive information also will be there. Okay, your card number and many details. So now, if you see employee ID, what is this ID? Say for example, Veera is having a 1234 number. This is basically a data, but employee ID is metadata. Are you getting my point? So what is that qualifies is nothing but a metadata. Okay. So what is meant by metadata architecture Salesforce is following? Typically for the objects, what we'll be using a word objects. Objects are nothing but a parlance in database tables. Whatever we have in Salesforce, we call it as objects. Okay. So at this moment, object is a basic building block of Salesforce. At this moment, you please be with that till that moment. Just in a while, I'll be showing what exactly object, how we interact, how is the user interface, and all we will be looking into. Okay. So now, what is meant by metadata architecture? Typically, because of this architecture, what they are following, when you are creating an object, basically a table, then automatically the same table metadata can be used for reports, not only for a UI perspective, it also can be used for reports, dashboards, and all the areas. Okay. So this is what the architecture type, which we are discussing. And then, of course, when we go for architecture, typically any application nowadays, other than monolithic application, earlier applications are thick clients. Nowadays, all are thin clients. What is meant by this? So typically, if you see any application nowadays, we do have basic data layer, the last layer data model. Okay, your database, all your data resides in this data layer. Okay, your metadata, your structure, everything will be there in the data model, and your logic exists in business logic area. Our apex will come here. Okay, and then user interface, whatever we are interacting, what we are interacting in the sense, it's not like an IT person perspective. When a business is looking into the application, what they are looking, what they are seeing, observing, that is nothing but a user interface. Okay. So now in our technology perspective, if you see user interface from no code perspective, lightning apps, tabs, quick actions, pages, everything will come under user interface, where end users interact with the screen. That is nothing but a user interface. And if you see business logic, how do you build business logic? As a no code tool, we do have flows, validation rules, approval process, and many validation, many things we have as a no code. Using this, you will build the code. Okay. So, and then what is data model? As I said, objects, fields, and relationships. These are all will come under data model. If somebody is having any Java or .NET experience, they can very clearly visualize the difference between there and here. Okay. And apart from that, if you go to the programming code, your Lightning Web Component, LWC, and Lightning Components. Lightning Components, ARA components they will call. And then we have Visual Force. These are the technologies, or these are the things which will come under UI from professional programming, which we will be learning. And then Apex programming, like your class, triggers, SOQL, SOQL, SOSL, many things which we will be learning, part of our Apex. And then various APIs we have to interact with our data model. So this is what model view controller architecture. Okay. So what is architecture? Any applications will follow, and Salesforce is not exception for that. That is basically MVC architecture. Okay. What is meant by model? Model is nothing but data layer, and controller MVC. If you see model, view, controller, model is data layer, controller is business layer, view is user interface layer. Okay. Okay. So now further, without having further, what we do is like we take like we first of all, like we all needs to create our development org. What is meant by that? Basically, in Salesforce, we call it as a organization. As an acronym, we call org, O-R-G. What is this org? Org is nothing but a place where, as an employee IT, we interact with as a IT, as an end user, wherever you interact. These are all basically, we, other words, we call it as a environments. Usually in IT in the world, like we have various environments. What are the environments we have? Development environment, quality environment, pre-production environment, and production environment. These are the various environments exist in any of the organization. This, whether they are having 4 or 6, that depends on the need of that. They might have multiple, but however, in order to do development, they have a separate development environment. Okay. After development is over, that needs to be tested for the correctness. Whatever I have developed, is it matching? Is it fulfilling the needs of the requirement? In order to do that, they do testing by the IT team, that they will call it as a SIT, system integration testing and all. Once it is confirmed, yes, whatever requirement given by the business is meeting by whatever code we have developed, then this will be pushed to pre-production or UAT, user acceptance testing. So for that, we should have separate environment. So once in that environment, end users or business users, whoever nominated, because complete organization, whichever using the application, cannot come and test. Only specific nominated people will be there to test that. If it is working, then that will be pushed or moved to production. Once it is there in the production, as an end user, say simple example, Amazon.in, Flipkart, or whatever sites which you are using, you are all using production environment. Whatever as a consumer, as a customer, which we are using is production environments only. Is this clear? So now we are creating a development environment. I also request every individual to create your org. Salesforce is giving you, being a SaaS based product, okay, only URL is sufficient. You no need to install anything. Of course, for doing development, we need to have IDE and all we need to install. However, to perform admin activities, majority of the, for all the admin and pro code, you no need to install anything. Only the URL is suffice to perform. For development perspective, yes, we need to install our IDEs. Some extensions download, we need to put that and all those things. Okay. For now, what we are going to do is next 15 minutes or maybe 15-20 minutes, we will go and create a development environment. Okay. How do we do that? So for that, we need to go to developer. We need to go to developer.salesforce.com. As soon as you get this developer.salesforce.com, for the online users, just I'm placing the site link here. Every individuals, once you are there, just you go through this process. By that, you will be getting an Salesforce instance, which will be there with you. And for all our next 2 to 3 months of journey, which we will be using the same environment. Whatever assignments we do, the same environment will be used to perform that. Okay. How to do that? Just I'm doing that. Okay. Just observe the approach. Basically, as soon as you click that sign up, few prerequisites we have. First of all, you should have a valid account, a valid mail ID. So I do have one mail ID. Just I'm accessing that, because as soon as you create an instance, it will ask you to activate. In order to activate, it should be a valid ID. This is not new. Any of the services, whenever you online register, first time they will give you immediately one link. Once you activate that link, you will be an active user. Okay. So Salesforce is also the same. Okay. So now what we are doing, I do have my ID here ready. And now I am creating Salesforce development org. What are the things I have to give here? Just I need to give first name, last name, and then give an active and valid ID, because you need to activate that. Why I'm saying, please try to understand. So the mail ID should be active. Otherwise, this environment, you cannot make it active. Okay. So I have given the ID, and then you can select role as a developer. Any role is okay. But however, just okay. And then country. Why do we need that? Basis on this country, typically they will assign, the instance will be assigned. Okay. If you are from India, our instance will come maybe nearby. Okay. So, and then country and postal code, nothing wrong. So no one will track you. They will not come to you. Okay. So you can provide the genuine information, up to you how you will be fulfilling. And the last thing is very, very important, username. Salesforce ID, two things we are giving. Please don't be cautious over here. Email ID is required to enable the environment. In order to access the environment, you need username. Username should be in the same mail ID format. That ID cannot be the same. If you are giving the same, no confusion. If you are giving something different, you can give your own. What I mean to say, for example, I want to give Veera.dvr something. Anything is okay. But only thing validation here is your name at mail ID at, and then it should be. Okay. So for me, I don't want to take any risk here. Whatever mail ID I have, the same mail ID I am giving here. Okay. To avoid confusion. If you have too many things, then it will be. So please try to give the same mail ID if possible. If you are giving a different one also, no problem. But it should be in the mail ID format only. That is the cautious. Once, as soon as you click that sign up, okay. What is that? Beep beep processing. Okay. So this is the process of creating an environment. If you are enter your environment, okay. So as soon as you enter all the valid details, you will get almost there. So what is that it is saying? Please check your email for confirmation. What is that? You need to activate. So just it takes few seconds. It will not take much time, just based on your internet and then processes and all. Just we'll wait for a few minutes here, because this ID is very new. So obviously, I believe I have given the right. Okay. So what happens? As soon as you give this, it takes few seconds or minutes, okay, to send a mail. You will be receiving a mail. That mail, once you activate, you will be able to okay. So this is a process. Okay, just we will wait for a few minutes to activate that. So once you create this, we need to just click that active button. Then your environment will be ready. Okay. Now, once it is ready, what do we need to do? We need to Yes, who is that? Apeksha. Company name I haven't given. I believe I have given, but still I'll see that. No, it's not there. Okay. Okay. So, see here. Have you seen this? You got it? So just few seconds only. So now with that mail ID, it's got registered. So now what I'm doing, just coming here. Now this is no more. My activity configuration is over. I no need to now no longer use this URL. Once you have given appropriate information, that job done. Okay, we do have our own environment here. My username is this, and what I need to do, verify account. What you are doing, you are activating your account. Okay, once it is activated, obviously we need to set the password. Once you give the password, which is you can remember, don't write somewhere because they are giving you all these privileges free of cost. Okay, and this will be there with you forever. Okay, just some name to remember as a security. Once you have given that, we are there. Have you seen this? Online. You can use for admin as well as developer, everyone. Sai Lakshmi, we can use that. Okay. So now, please just give 15-20 minutes here. Just will understand what exactly our environment, how it works, how low-code tool works, how programming will work. Just we'll see a contrast. Okay. So as soon as we see here, few icons are here at the right. Whenever you see here, my name, whatever I have given, it is available, and there you also have settings. Just to show you only, just I am given whatever I have given, the same information is available here. Okay. So now, okay. So these are all certain icons. Okay. This is setup we call. This is basically a setup. And then we do have some various options, which we will go in a detailed manner in the upcoming session. At this moment, what I want to show you is here, as soon as I move here, extreme right up, sorry, extreme left up, app launcher. What is this app launcher? The name app launcher is to launch the app. Okay. What is app? App is basically acronym for applications. Okay. Like our mobile, whatever apps you will download from Play Store, the same way here also the same. There is no difference between there and here. Okay. So now whatever area right now we have landed, this is the developer area. Okay. Developer screen. In order to go to a end user screen, we need to select any of these apps. I'm selecting sales as an app. As soon as I select sales app, this is end user view. This is end user view. How to connect the org? Yeah, definitely Sumant. First time what I have done, once again I'm explaining how to do this. First thing, I have given you developer.salesforce.com. Once you have given the valid information, valid email ID, valid user ID, with that Salesforce gives you one environment, basically a developer environment. Hence, here you can do all the development activities. I mean to say, including admin. Okay. Once you have provided, you will get you are there or some message which we have seen very soon, a few minutes before. And then you will receive a mail like this. Once you have received that mail, you need to activate by providing password. Once you have provided the password, now automatically you have landed here. So now, okay, now I am able to access. Afterwards, once again, if I want to go, how do I do that? So for this, we do have separate URL. What is that? Login.salesforce.com. Once you log in, login.salesforce.com. As soon as you log in this, once you activated your account, just a minute. This is okay. This is the URL which needs to be accessed after activation. What is the username? That is the reason I'm saying username. You need to give the same username. What is that username? This is the username. Okay. So now I'm giving the username and password. As soon as you give your username, whenever you are giving your username, password and all, be cautious. Yeah. It will ask you which city and all. You no need to do that. I don't want to register immediately. You can escape from there. Is this clear online? Using this site, you will be able to access the environment. As soon as you enter, this environment is a developer interface. In order to look into your end user interface, we need to go for app launcher. In this, you need to use whichever application you need. You can click on that. Once you have clicked, this is nothing but end user interface. I mean to say, as a Flipkart or Amazon.in, whenever you log in, whatever you are observing, the same way end users, who are all end users? Actually, who are all the business users intended to use? Those users will get this screen only. Is this clear? This screen is viewed by only business users. However, we do have access. Okay, but we do have other access, that is nothing but setup. What is that? We do have other access, that is setup. Whenever I click that setup, I'm entering into this. This is nothing but IT or admin or a developer interface. If you want to do anything, everything related to the environment, you should come to setup. Is this clear? Online, whether you are able to understand, appreciate. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So now, of course, I know like it's 7:30. Just I'll not take too much time, maybe 10 minutes. Okay. Just to give you a brief, So whenever you come here, this is basically a sales application. Okay. In this application, we have a home page. Okay. And then opportunity, whatever we discussed, and leads, and then we do have accounts, and we do have various menu options available. What I mean to say is, for sales application, these are the various functionalities available. As a sales executive or a manager can do their activities here. Is this clear? Whenever I click something, okay, then automatically I will be able to get some data. These are all by default. SalesForce is providing you some data in order to understand and work with that. Okay. Okay. Whenever they are giving an environment, also providing some data. If you see here, we do have so many leads here. We do have so many accounts. Once you come here, select this. First time, whenever you see, obviously you will not find anything. Please come here. This is called a list view. Okay. So in this list view, please select all accounts, because recently viewed. This is the first time which I have selected. I have prepared my environment. So far I haven't used. Hence, recently will not be there. So please try to use all accounts. By that, SalesForce provides you some data. That information you will be able to see that. Say, for example, whenever you click any one account, what are the various details you are able to see? What is his type? Customer direct, phone number, his website. This is his website. Okay. And then account owner, because one more thing, just I want to add it here. Now I am an admin. Okay. So whenever you do, you will get default application access. You will have system administrator privileges. Okay. At this moment, you please be with that. We have a separate topic on this. Then we will discuss in a detailed way. Okay. For now, okay. Account owner, because this is with me, hence I am getting my name. Okay. Tomorrow, some Sai or Avinash or any person for that matter, whoever like Apeksha, Anil Kumar, whoever creates an account, if you have an access to accounts and if you are creating, your name will come here. Okay. And then account site industry is electronics industry. And then you have all the details of the account. Okay. What is his account name, phone number, what type of account it is, what is the annual revenue for this, what type of how many employees you have, all the details of the organization will be there. Okay. And this is not limited. As I said, even from the same screen, you can understand how many contacts you have. For the same edge communication account, you have here 2 contacts, one CFOs and another one is Senior Vice President Procurement. Only one screen. From one screen, you can navigate one to completely end to end of the customer. Okay. So, and then how many opportunities you have for this account? If you see here, I could see 4 opportunities. Opportunity is a separate tab. However, in the same account screen, you can see all the opportunities linked with that. Okay. And then now some of the opportunities he become a customer. So they have raised some issues. Ideally, whenever we have any problem, we raise that. They will call it as case. Okay. In the Salesforce terminology, whatever issues we have, say for example, my broadband is not working. So I will call to customer care. Customer care executive gives you one unique number. So that in their system, they will register. That is called as a case. Okay. So this is what we have. Is this clear so far? Okay. So now we have seen the front end from an end user perspective. Now, whenever you go to setup, this is IT view or a developer view. Okay, for now, just I'm giving this information. Say, for example, what is meant by configuration? Okay, configuration is, I said, your name. Say, for example, I don't need these many tabs. What is that? I don't need these many tabs, whatever I could see here. I have so many tabs. Here in Salesforce, we call this as tab. Lead, tab, tasks, tabs, files, tab, accounts, tabs. Ideally, in some of the web applications, we call it as a menus. In Salesforce parlance, we call it as a tab. Okay. And now my business user asked me, Veera, I don't want here tasks, or I don't want some of the options here which people, calendar, forecast, I don't need. As a business user, he asked you not to display unwanted things. Whenever he come to you to do that, because as an IT, only you do have access, and the user will not have access to this. Is this clear? So now, how do we do that? We need to remove those things. We need to remove those tabs. He should not be able to see those things. How do we do that? Simple. This is what we call it as a configuration. We go app manager. Basically, all the apps, how many we have in the system, all will appear here. And then you need to select appropriate app. What is the app which we are using currently? It is a sales. Hence, and moreover, whatever we are viewing here, this is purely lightning. Okay, we do have Salesforce two things. One, lightning. The other one is classic. Classic is a way back 2000 when they have started. They have given the same. Still, it is continuing. Okay, now Salesforce has evolved and given latest screens. Those are nothing but lightning. Okay, this is a classic view. Whenever you are in classic view, how do you understand? Whenever you have here switch to lightning experience, Veera, Dasari, setup, help, whenever you have all these names, this is basically a classic. When you click on this, then you will be entering into a lightning. Lightning is obviously very easy to maintain and easy to create. Okay, so now my question, my business user has asked me, Veera, I don't need so many tabs. I need only opportunities, leads, accounts, contacts, campaigns. I don't need dashboard and report. Okay, but right now, if you see, I do have files, I do have tasks, I do have chatter. Apart from that, I do have some more options. How do I do that? Just go to backend, basically a development environment, and then click on application manager. And once you click on that application manager, okay, and select your application. My application which I want to do is sales. Once you click on edit here, you will get options wherein you have navigation options. This is internet problem. Okay, navigation items. Here, whatever you need, either you can move from here. All the items currently available are selected items. Now, I don't need tasks to be displayed. Hence, I removed. Is this clear? How easy it is? I don't need files. I don't need campaigns because campaigns are from marketing. Being a sales, I don't need that. So you can remove. Just I'm giving some examples only. Okay. So calendar, I don't need. So my menu should be very simple, crisp, clear. I don't need forecast. Think of just I don't need any people. So now how many we have tabs? Of course, if you want, once again, we can bring all these things. But for now, to showcase you, just whatever menu based on your business requirement. Once you navigate to application manager and you go to navigation items and save it. Is this clear so far? So once you have navigated, just come to your front end. Few seconds it will take. Obviously, this is a cloud application. Have you seen the menu? Have you seen the tabs? Earlier, we have so many tabs here, but right now we have limited tabs. Whatever you have configured in the back end, it is reflected in the front end. So this is what the advantage of low code or a no code. Are you getting? This is basically a configuration. This application is giving you. Okay, these are all the things you will be doing going forward. Okay, say for example, simple scenario, this logo, I want to change this logo. Obviously, once an organization has established, they want to have their own company name and all. Okay, so in order to do that, I need to have some any JPG files and all. Just I'm creating one simple one. I'll not take much time now. It's over. Paint to draw some picture because I need something being it as a lightning. Just I want to give it as a lightning effect here. Just okay. And my company name, just I'm putting it as okay. So this is what I want to give. Wow. Okay. So this is the one image. Think of just, it is not limited to whatever image you have, the same you can consume. So just I have given my company logo. Just now, how do we go? Just a while ago, we are at app settings. In the same app settings, once you click here, you will enter into first screen this image. Once you select here, I believe I have stored in the desktop. Yeah, NIT. Okay. Okay, uploading. Now, till now, what do we have here? A cloud. Okay. Now, I have uploaded, and so far you are seeing a blue here, menus. Okay. Here, whenever I select here, blue color and all. What I'm doing, just I want to change a different color to differentiate and understand how quickly and easily we can do all these changes to showcase that I'm changing with green. Okay. Once you have changed, and then you need to save this. You need to save. As soon as you save, okay, you come here and just refresh. Is this icon got changed? How long it took? Isn't it? So configuration will not take much time if we are familiar with the product features. What are all various features product is offering and what are the limitations? If you understand, then you can do your business just like that. The same way, even development as well, you can do that. Only thing, we need to learn Apex, okay, and visual ports, basically UI, as well as the various layers we have as per the application: user interface layer, business layer, database layer. For the respective features, if you can understand and you are thorough with that features, you can do miracles. See, I mean to say, just see here, fraction of a second, your menus got changed, isn't it? Okay. This, of course, everything will not be this smooth. Okay. When you go for a development, obviously it takes some time based on the complexity of the feature. Okay. But however, it will not take the same Java or a .NET traditional programmers, whatever effort they put. Definitely this is 40 to 60% only, which is not 100% of what traditional programming uses. This is what you will appreciate once we complete our course. Okay. Whenever you become expert, pro in this, then you sit with your colleagues or friends, whoever traditional work they are doing, and then show your capability, how to prepare an app. Okay. Next day, coming next demo, I'll show you how to create an app. Even that is few clicks. Even now, if you allow me for 2 minutes, I can create an app. 2 minutes app can be created, provided all the underlying facilities are there. So far, you have seen here a sales app. I want my own app. The same here, you have new lightning app. I am giving my sales, the sales only I'm using again. Okay, I can use my own something else also. Just for the sake of change, I'm using a different one. And then now color is also I'm changing. Okay, just how quickly we can create only I want to show you app building here. So I have given my name as a my sales. Okay, just remember this. And then next, just I'm using the same default options. The same app can be viewed in mobile, basically phone, as well as in desktop. And I don't need all basic features only I'm using. And I know I need only accounts to be shown. And I need only reports to be shown. Okay, only these two should come to my app. I don't want too many application screens, tabs. Okay, just to create and show you how long it will take only, I'm saying. Once you have here, now profiles. What is a profile? Basically, which department user wants to access this application. Okay, for now, I can, for the easy perspective, system administrator, because by default, you are the system administrator for the environment. Hence, I am giving. But tomorrow, if you want to give it to a specific person, we can give marketing, sales, whichever person should be able to access that application, only that person will be able to access. For now, I have given this for system administrator. My job is done. Where do we see that? Is this application created? My sales? Okay, just see here. My sales got created. How do I, being a system administrator, I do have the access. Now I have to go to app launcher and type here your application name. As soon as you select here, how many tabs are appearing here? Whatever we have given only accounts and reports. Are you? This is an app. Provided accounts and reports are already available. Otherwise, you need to create an object. That information in our regular sessions we can. Okay. So just to make sure how easy it is. Okay. To bring that ease, and I want to show you what exactly the developers view or a screen, and what exactly our end users view. Okay, with this, I'm just winding off. Online users, if you have any doubts, next 5 minutes. Okay, Apeksha, please repeat from where we manage tabs. Okay. Apeksha, when we go to backend, how do we come to backend? Once again, I'm closing. Go to this bar. What is this bar? This is a setup we call. You click on setup. This will navigate to you to a different page. This is the backend we call, or an admin or a developer view. You will be here, and then what you need to do is type app manager. Okay, just okay, I'm just giving it to you all. Okay, in setup, Just you can try setup in search. In search, you need to search with app manager. As soon as a search, you will get here, and you need to select appropriate application which you want and click on edit. Once you select that edit, then it will come to you, and whatever you want, you can do that. That's it. Okay, just to show you how to navigate and all. Okay. See, Lightning Classic is still there. Okay, but industry is moving towards Lightning. Okay, Classic Visual Force, which is an traditional, I can say that, being still some of the features can be done in Classic only, but majority of the features now we can do through Lightning. So hence we are also learning Lightning Aura components. Okay, with that you can design the app's UI. These are all existing things which I am using. If you have to build as a developer, you should be knowing your Aura components. Is this addressed, Mahesh? Apeksha, is this clear? Yogesh. Yogesh, why don't you call to our front office to get these details? So this is a personal number. At this moment, I do not have a separate one. Okay. But once I'll give my separate number, then you can use that. For now, maybe a day or two, we can use the same number. Yeah, Yogesh. Great, Apeksha. This is just to give you a gist of information only. What is the difference between a Classic and Lightning? Yeah. See, being a product, initially they have started with, during that time, they have some technologies. Okay. Say, for example, though it is a weird, when I am a kid, I use some dresses, right? Is the same dresses can be possible today? Can I wear? Obviously. Okay. Now I am a teenager. I am going to college. And now in college, is there a huge difference? May or may not. Okay. So though it is a weird example, just what I want to tell you here is Classic is the basic one initially started, and they used Visual Force as a technology to design the UI. Now the product is evolved based on the underlying technologies like JavaScript and other technologies like Ajax and all. Okay, typically like Java and or CSS and HTML. These are the predominantly we use this for Lightning. Okay, so hence they have two views, two different approaches to seek, but majority of the time you will go for Lightning. Majority of the time, still Classic exists. Okay, still Salesforce has not given a sunset to this technology, hence still we are using that. Once they give all the options of Classic in Lightning, then they will go for sunsetting. I mean to say closure of that particular one. I believe Mahesh, it's got answered. Yes, Rit, what is that? Sham, Rich Sham. Yes, our team will help you. How today they have sent you the yesterday's recording. Similar way, they will be giving you the recording in the next demo session, or maybe today, whenever it is possible. Any queries further? Sure. Ravikant, point taken. I will use that. Will it be extensively covered? Absolutely. I'll take one session. If you think the same pace we need to move, we move. Otherwise, we can accelerate. See, this is what I'm saying. That is the reason always I ask you questions. If you give me, say, Veera, you are so fast, then I'll reduce my speed. Veera, you are so slow, then I'll increase my speed. That based on that, obviously, maybe next 2 to 3 sessions, we'll be able to appreciate, understand. Then obviously we will come to one pace. Okay. SaaS, PaaS, IaaS. Okay. Nandita, see, SaaS, PaaS, IaaS is, these are all various services which we can consume. Okay. Being, what I want to tell you here is, say for example, I need to travel from Naresh IT to Madhapur, where I have to, okay. Now I can do multiple ways. One, I have my own car and I can travel, or I can use Ola or Uber. Okay. So having a car is one option. That is basically a traditional approach. Using your Ola or something, which is basically a SaaS. Okay. Even the same, we have something blah blah or some other cars can be given for rent for a few days. Now the car is given by the blah blah or some company, but how many days you are using the car for your usage, your own time you can use. That is basically a pass. If you are using Ola or Uber at this moment to travel from this location to my location, that is basically a SaaS application. Okay. I do not have to worry about the driver, car, condition and all. Just as soon as I book from point A to point B, the destination I'll reach. That is basically a SaaS example. Okay. Similarly, PaaS, I have hired a car for some time. That is basically a PaaS example what I am giving. Okay. Technically, this slide which gives you a details information. Okay. And IaaS is basically which car you want, which, see, simple example, like you can say Dell laptop. Ideally, laptops you can get directly based on the price you will take. But Dell will give you an option to select the processor, motherboard, all storage, everything. Once you select whichever you want, then they will configure the Dell and then gives you. You no need to take the purchase the laptop what is there as is. If you have observed the Dell, which they are using quite a long, it is not new. Okay. So I believe this given you addressed your difference. While sessions, can we ask our doubts without chat? Absolutely. If it is viable, we can. But only thing is phone parallelly, if I use, obviously here I do have our direct participants as well. Maybe chat is better. Post that session, obviously you can call me and you can get the questions. Monday, okay. Okay. One more update, and tomorrow we do not have a third session. Monday we do have a third demo. So please be join on third day, on Monday, same time, 6 o'clock. Okay. See, live projects. Yes, I mean to say live project is basically I'll ensure you will create as and when complete some of the features. Okay. I don't want to say live. The word live is completely different. Yes, I can give a project and can be built by you. Yes, Praveen. Yeah. See, developer, that's what, Mahesh. SalesForce wants to build the ecosystem in order to get the valid or skilled resources. Unless you provide the environment, people cannot learn. Hence, they are providing free. But rest of the editions obviously cannot be, because they have invested huge. This is not charity, it's a business. But only thing why they are giving free for developer is to increase the skills, because they need huge resources. When the resources are freely available, then customer will use the product. Say, I am using a BMW bike, which cost me 3.5 lakhs something. But now, if something goes wrong, the roadside person will not be able to assist me. Okay, if I purchase a Hero Honda or whatever vehicle which is genuinely available here frequently, if I have any issue, immediately the roadside person can come and help me. This is the difference. So Salesforce is investing huge amount to build the ecosystem. I mean to say resources, skilled resources. Hence they are giving that free. I believe I answered your query. Real classes, I believe Monday we have the third session, and don't think that these sessions are demos. Hence, I am not getting anything. See, these are all part of our curriculum. By grace of or whatever the wisdom or what people are taking, like 3 days they are allowing. Otherwise, these are all part and parcel of our curriculum. One more day you have an opportunity, freely you can join. Once you admit, the 4th day onwards, we will be having our regular sessions. Monday we will get to know that because our front office team or executives and all will let us know when it will be. I believe it will start next day onwards, but however, they will give the confirmation. Yes, Ehjad, yes, we will cover the complete course, admin and developer. Neha, maybe after this session, as soon as I stop, I'll wait for you. We'll close this. Okay, maybe after 10 minutes. Yes, just you can have a word, Ashish, to front office. Just have a word with them. They will help you with all the details. Okay, say Harshita, Salesforce Lightning is basically a UI, user interface. That is a technology which used to build the user interface layer. Harshita. So what is this Lightning apps, tabs and all? These are all basically a UI. Whenever you open a Amazon.in or Google.com, you will be navigating to a screen which is nothing but a user interface. Okay, like a Lightning is a component with JS, JavaScript, which is used underlying technology. So it has its own benefits. Obviously, whenever we discuss development, we will be looking into classic versus Lightning Aura versus Lightning web component. We will be discussing. During that time, you will appreciate in a detailed manner. Today's demo is the second class. Jitendra, great, you have highlighted. So as and when you have any difficulty, you can just post your query to repeat a topic. By that, the same topic can be repeated. Maybe the same could be for others. That really helps others who are not able to appreciate. Or still you haven't understood the same concept, you can call me. No class tomorrow. Class is only on Monday at 6 p.m. Sales Cloud easy to make project. Yogesh, I believe whatever demo I have seen, I believe you might have seen some ease. Obviously, for me, it's so easy. About the fee structure, yeah, our front office will help you out. Free structure or sandbox? Sandbox is completely free. At this moment, whatever we are using is a development edition. That development edition is free, which in front of you only I have created. The same way, if you go for developer.salesforce.com, provide appropriate valid email, and you can go for that. Duration of the course, maximum 3 months. Maximum. So I can say 3 months, less than 3 months. In case of the during the class, Neha, as is how you have typed here chat, please try to do that. By that, I always monitor these things. And if the same topic needs to be repeated as and when, immediately I do. However, if you are not getting, still you can call me afterwards. What is this contact is I am unable to understand, Sumant. If we want to join in course, can we get the details of contact? Whose contact? My contact or contact in SalesForce? Demo recording will be given. Yes, you can. Alekhya, yes, being a starter, this is what I'm saying. This course is for freshers, even whoever having non-IT to IT, they want to switch, and whoever having a knowledge of some various skills they want to switch, anyone can do that. Akhil, I'm not so clear. Can we do the live assignments in future classes? Akhil, if you are in front of the system, as and when I explain, post that you can do that. Sumant, I'm unable to understand like front office or. Yeah, Apeksha, obviously our front office team will guide you all these details. Okay. You will get all those details. Yes, I believe, yes, they are providing, because Naresh IT is not just started. They are been with the system for more than 2 decades, more than freshers age, I can say. Majority of the people who ever completed in 2021 and all, they haven't born, but still Naresh IT was there. So it is here now. So I can say 94 or 95, they've started. So yes, they are into all. But however, just have a word with them. Next 3 minutes, I'll be closing. If we have further queries, please feel free to provide your chats. See, Sudhir, if you follow my class without any gaps, that is more than enough. You may feel today it is too much of theory because it is a demo and just we are on track. The day one, if I explain you the program, you will not be able to appreciate unless you are able to understand the basic environment and all. We will not be able to go to that pace. Definitely, I assure you, whatever I give the information over here, if you follow the same, I do give assignments. If you complete those assignments, that is more than enough. The same I'm teaching to corporates. It is not for you alone. The same content what I am teaching to corporates, the same only I'm teaching here. It is not Amir Paid's data or knowledge. Yes, you will get the contact number, Sumant. See, that's what I'm saying. As I am repeating, Sai Lakshmi, yes, we do have a great opportunities, and obviously compared to other traditional jobs, it has edge on salary as well. Definitely, Ravikant, if you are local, we are in Hyderabad. I don't know where you are. So if you are in Hyderabad, these sessions are happening live as well in person. So right now we do have 30 plus students are here. Core programming language. See, this is what Sudhir, what I want to say you is, if you have a knowledge on any of the programming languages, that will help you to understand quickly. Not that mean I do have here freshers whoever passed out 2022. So whenever I teach, I will go to the pace where the fresher needs to understand. So if you have additional information, it may take some time. Obviously, I know you need to be patient. If we have any corporate trainings in Naresh Technologies, if you are really a corporate employee, you can opt for that. Then obviously the level will not go to this lower level. Yes. Please, if you want, can please leave, because I'll take that. Please. You can. Sai Lakshmi. See you on Monday. Okay, Monday 6. People in offline can continue in online. Yes, you can, Lokesh. You can, whichever way it is convenient for you, you can. Anchal, yes, we do consider teach admin development. Yes, in development, Lightning is part of that. Lightning integration. Yeah, we will teach Lightning integration as well. Yeah, Lokesh, I have given that either offline or online, whichever is convenient to you. Yes, I believe you can. Yes, Sai Lakshmi, we do have. Our front office will help you out. Both classes are same, Lokesh. Whatever right now I am giving you at online, simultaneously we do have offline. Our participants are also here. So both are parallelly we are doing. Same, both are same. Job role, marketing and sales cloud, basically see here, Rit, Sham, if I am pronouncing correctly, either you can qualify for admin, you can qualify after completing this course. I suggest you can go for developer. Think if the developer knowledge is too high for you, then you can opt for what is that, declarative automation. I mean to say admin plus I'm expert in automation tools like flows and all. That way also you can demonstrate your skills in the interview as an admin. Even developer, not completely. So all the profiles will not be the same. Based on the job description, we can go ahead. After getting, see Mahesh, what is that I can say you is, once you practice the way I say, I'm giving you here 1.5 hours. Going forward, the session will obviously complete at 1.5 hours only. So at least 3 to 6 hours of time, if you can put and you become an expert in that. So the skill level at this moment, I don't know what you are, what is the pace you can learn, I don't know. So once you are thorough with the concepts, then obviously if you have a gap, even that is also no problem. If you do not have a gap, as a fresher you can join. If you have a gap, that can be fulfilled based on your performance, what you do. Absolutely, Neha. Many people are upskilling, so very well possible. Great, Yogesh. Sarthak, Sarthak, what I like, see, I have given my phone number. Obviously, you can call me and we can discuss in detail. I believe yesterday also you have asked this question. Yes, what we can do is even finance, whatever experience is experience, that counts. Okay, that can be used and you can project that experience as a real-time experience only. And then how effectively we can use the SalesForce based on your reach, how potentially you have learned. Basis on that, we can say how much, whether the 3 years, 5 years, whatever level you are. See, you can put and you can go, I can give the answer. But the solution is once you get into the organization, if you put 5 years and all, you should be in a position to justify the job. So I am here to give you the information at what level you need. Yes, Ashish, you will get the notes as well, I believe, recordings. Apart from that, I do give you the assignments as well. Neha, if you are already working in the industry, if you are into IT, then I no need to explicitly say this information. However, minimum when you want to become, by the end of this course, you want to become a pro, I suggest minimum of 2 times at 3 hours. Again, that is up to you. What is your pace of learning? If you are a very quick learner, then even 2 hours is also more than enough. See, 2 hours, 3 hours are only numbers. Whether you are getting the concept is the important thing. Okay. So based on that, your approach, the way you deal, then that only decides. What is meant by difficult? I don't know. Jitender, what you are talking about? If you can explain me in a detailed way, whether is this space you are asking or the terminology explanation, which one I am unable to appreciate from this question. If you say the pace right now, wherever, whatever you are is very high, then obviously then we can reduce that pace. Ravikant, I believe that is better. We personally discuss and that will be great. Thank you all. We'll meet on Monday, 6 p.m. Thank you, Neha. If possible, you can also drop here if possible, Neha. You can call me Neha now.
నేను ఇలా మాట్లాడేదానికి నేను ఎన్ని క్వశ్చన్స్ అడిగిందంటే అది ఫ్రెండ్ ఉండదు ఆ క్వశ్చన్స్ అన్ని ఉండవు అసలు సేమ్ ఇదే కూడా ఆన్లైన్ లో చదువుకుంటే ఆఫ్లైన్ లో చూసాక సేమ్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్ లోనే వస్తుంది నేను కూడా ఇంకొన్ని మెటీరియల్ చూస్తున్నాను which can be accepted globally అంటే అది ఎలా అనేది నేను మాట్లాడుతాను బట్ అంటే ఎలా వస్తుంది అంటే మీరు ఇలా ఉన్నప్పుడు అడిగితే లేదా ఈ రోజు అంటే డెమో కాబట్టి ఫస్ట్ సెషన్ 6:30 to 7:30 బట్ నెక్స్ట్ టైం నుంచి 7 8 to 8 సెషన్స్ ఇలా కంటిన్యూ సో ఆన్లైన్ ఆఫ్లైన్ రెండు ఒకటే మీకు ఏదైతే ఉంటుందో చూసుకోండి ఏదైతే నన్ను అడిగితే ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ ఉండి చేసుకుంటే అడ్వాంటేజ్ ఏంటంటే ఇలా మీట్ అవ్వడానికి లేదంటే అంటే క్రాష్ ఏమన్నా అంటే ఏం పడ్డ అవ్వలేదు
సో అలా అనుకుంటే నేనేమంటాను అంటే వెళ్ళండి, క్లీన్గా ఉండండి, అంటే క్లాస్ లో ఏం జరుగుతుందో నేను నోట్స్ ఇస్తాను, అసైన్మెంట్స్ ఉంటాయి, అది ఎప్పటికప్పుడు చేయండి. నేనేమనుకుంటున్నానంటే వన్స్ అయిన తర్వాత ఒక గ్రూప్ క్రియేట్ చేద్దాం. అదని ఐడో సరే మొత్తం అందరికీ ఎందుకు అంటే అంటే ఇవన్నీ కూడా మేము అంచుగా కార్పొరేట్ లో చేస్తాం. ఎందుకు అంటే అలా చేయడం ద్వారా మన ప్రొడక్టివిటీ. ఓకే, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మీరు నేను ఆ గ్రూప్ పెట్టి మన బ్యాచ్ 15 సెప్టెంబర్ అందరూ కూడా సేమ్ బ్యాచ్ ఆన్లైన్ ఆఫ్. నౌ నేను ఏదో ఒక యాప్ లాంచర్ ఎక్కడ ఉంటుందో నాకు తెలియదు. అప్పుడు నువ్వు ఒక క్వశ్చన్ పెట్టాను, హౌ టు సెలెక్ట్ యాప్ లాంచర్, వేర్ ఈస్ దట్ అని నేను పెట్టాను. దాన్ని ఆటోమేటిక్గా ఎవరో ఇస్తూ ఉంటారు. అంటే నేను ఏంటంటే నా మోటివేషన్, అందుకే మధ్యలో కొద్దిగా ఒక్క సబ్జెక్ట్ కాకుండా ఎందుకు మోటివేషన్ ఇచ్చేది అంటే వర్క్ అనేది 2 రకాలుగా చేయొచ్చు. జస్ట్ నువ్వు ఇచ్చావో నేను చేస్తాను, అది వేరు. నలుగురితో కొలాబరేట్ చేస్తూ వెళ్ళడం, అలా చేస్తే ఏంటంటే ఒకటి నాలెడ్జ్ ఉంటుంది, ఇంకొకటి హ్యాపీనెస్ వస్తుంది, అంటే రెసిస్టెన్స్ ఉంటుంది. మీరు చూడండి ఏంటంటే ఇలా ఉంటుంది, దానికి కూడా నేను సజెస్ట్ అంటే మేబీ వీక్లీ వన్స్, నాట్ వీక్లీ వన్స్, లైక్ 15 days వన్స్, అది కూడా బెటర్. చూసుకోవాలి, నేను జస్ట్ లైక్ ఏదైనా చెప్తాను కానీ అన్ని పరిస్థితి సో నేనేమంటాను హ్యాపీగా అందరికీ వెళ్ళండి, కుదరదు అనుకుంటే ఓకే, సో వెళ్ళండి, తీసుకోండి. తర్వాత ఏంటంటే నెలకు ఒకసారి 15 రోజులకు ఒకసారి రండి, అంటే రెగ్యులర్ డేస్ మళ్ళీ అలా వచ్చేసేయండి. 2 క్లాస్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఉంటుంది, ఆ టైంలో వచ్చి డౌట్స్ ఎప్పుడు కూడా పెండింగ్ పెట్టద్దు. ఓకే, అవన్నీ కూడా ఎప్పటికప్పుడు గ్రూప్ లో అంటారు చూద్దాము. అంటే అన్ని లైక్ కొలాబరేట్ అవుతాము, ఎందుకంటే నెట్వర్కింగ్ అనేది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఓకే, ఎందుకంటే వీళ్ళందరూ అందరూ డెఫినెట్ గా 3 నెలల తర్వాత అందరూ ఎవరు కానీ అందులో ఎవరు ఇమీడియట్ గా జాబ్ కొడతారనేది మనం చెప్పలేదు, బయట పరిస్థితి బట్టి మీరు ఎంత ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యారని. బట్ ఓవర్ పీరియడ్ చూసుకుంటే ఒక 6 నెలల్లో డెఫినెట్ గా అనుకుంటారు జాబ్ వెళ్ళేవాడు. అంటే యాక్చువల్గా చెప్పాలంటే ఈ 150 మంది 150 కంపెనీలో ఉంటే మీరు ఒకసారి ఆలోచించండి, మీ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ నాకు, నా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఏంటి ఇస్తే ఎంత లెర్నింగ్ ఉంటుంది. మీరైతే ఆన్లైన్ మీరే ఉంటారు, ఇవి ఏంటంటే డెమోస్ కాబట్టి ఫ్రీగా ఉంటాము. మీరు చూడండి, అదే అంటున్నాను, నా వరకు మీకు బేస్ మ్యాచ్ అయితే మంచిగా అంటున్నాను. అదే 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 చెప్తున్నాను, బేస్ బాగుంది అనుకుంటే మీరు చూసారు ఆన్లైన్ లో ఇలాగే జరుగుతుంది, వాటర్ మెసేజెస్ అక్కడ పెడుతూ ఉంటారు, నేను అదే తీసుకుంటాను. సో మార్నింగ్ మీరు వచ్చారో లేదో ఆయన కొద్దిగా అన్నిగా వచ్చున్నాను. సో అప్పుడు అంతా మాట్లాడుతున్నాను. నేను చెప్పేది ఏంటంటే ఆఫ్ కోర్స్ పెట్టుకోండి, ఇది నెక్స్ట్ 3 months తక్కువగా చేయండి. ఇంకొకటి కమ్యూనికేషన్, ఇంగ్లీష్ అనేది కూడా చాలా అవసరం, ఎందుకంటే ఇంటర్వ్యూలో మనం మాట్లాడుతున్నాం. సో దానికి కూడా ఇక్కడ నేను ఎంతైతే ఎఫర్ట్ పెడుతున్నాను, నేననేది ఏంటంటే ఐ బిలీవ్ మీరు 2022 పాస్ అవుట్ కాబట్టి జెన్యూన్ గా రెస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ది టైం అంతా కూడా 3 hours 4 hours 6 hours ఏం విధంగా ఇప్పుడు నేను రాత్రి పడుకున్నప్పుడు ఇలా తెలిస్తే అడిగితే ఇంకా నావిగేషన్ తో సహా చెప్పేయాలి. మీకు అర్థమైందా? దానికి టైం పడుతుంది, 3 నెలల నుంచి 6 నెలలు పడుతుంది, అది మీ ఓన్ పేస్ పడుతుంది. అలా ఈజీగా చదవండి, జాబ్ మీకు రాదు. మేబీ ఒక నెల లేట్ అవ్వచ్చేమో, కానీ వచ్చిన జాబ్ లో మనం మీరు రాక్ చేయలేదు. ఓకే, అది ఒకటి. రెండోది కమ్యూనికేషన్ కూడా కొంత టైం లేదు, ఎందుకంటే ఆర్గనైజేషన్ వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత గ్రో అవ్వాలి అనుకున్నా, అసలు ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ ఎంటర్ అవ్వాలంటే కూడా ఎంత మంచి కమ్యూనికేషన్ ఉంటే ప్రాక్టీస్ అది గొప్ప. ఎక్కడ కాంప్రమైజ్ అవుతుందో అనుకో ఇక్కడ, కానీ లైఫ్ లో అవసరం. ఒకవేళ కమ్యూనికేషన్ అవసరం లేదు అంటే తీసేసే, కానీ అది అవసరం ఉండదు. నేను కూడా డిగ్రీ తెలుగు మీడియంలో చదివాను, ఇంటర్ డిగ్రీ కూడా తెలుగులోనే రాశాను, మ్యాథ్స్ ఫిజిక్స్ ఎలక్ట్రానిక్స్ అన్ని పేపర్లు కూడా తెలుగులో రాశాను. బట్ ఇవన్నీ నేను ఓవర్ పీరియడ్ నేర్చుకున్నాను. ఓకే, సో థింక్ ఆఫ్ ఓకే సీన్ మనకి వాళ్ళు ఫ్రంట్ ఆఫీస్ లో అంటే ఒక ఆయన వచ్చారు, అంటే ఆయన అడిగితే ఫ్రంట్ ఆఫీస్ మీరు అడిగారు అంటే గ్రూప్ లో కాదు దానికి సెపరేటెడ్ రైట్స్ గవర్నమెంట్ దానికి బేసిక్ గా ఇవన్నీ తెలిస్తే కదా అలా అవన్నీ ఉంటాయి రికార్డింగ్స్ ఉంటాయి దాన్ని ఏంటంటే ఒకసారి మీరు ఫ్రంట్ ఆఫీస్ లో పెట్టి అసలు ఏంటి సర్టిఫికెట్ బయట ఎగ్జామ్ రాసిన సర్టిఫికెట్ వస్తుంది అలా అని కాదు ఏ సర్టిఫికెట్ మాట్లాడతాము ఆర్గనైజేషన్ సర్టిఫికెట్ ఆఫీస్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ బట్ సేల్స్ఫోర్స్ సర్టిఫికెట్ సేల్స్ఫోర్స్ ఆఫీస్ ఎక్కడైనా సరే అదే ఎగ్జామ్ రాయాల్సింది సో మీకు ఎవరైనా వస్తుంది అంటే రికార్డింగ్ లెక్సిక్ Hi. Yeah, at this moment, as a corporate trainer, actually, here I was senior program manager. Right. How many? You want to speak to me? Absolutely, very fine. 1 month? Yeah. Maybe 3 months. 3 months by the time you complete the course. But however, what you can do is in 1 month you can write the exam. Nowadays, like everything is possible. So you need to look for those sites. Say for example, from USA perspective, from India we can do the jobs. Okay, so some sites are there. Okay, jobs, US jobs, work can perform directly from India. With that, if you search, you will have all these things. So you will be able to appreciate. I believe the same way, like in Dubai also. Obviously, some company or something in that region, whatever you have, you need to start. What I suggest is from today onwards, you start searching. What are the various sites? What they are choosing. Very good. Immediately to which one? Institute you are saying? Okay, this is the description you are saying. Responsibilities. Okay. Support the industry, the role, information challenging and future oriented. So is it relevant to SalesForce or generic role and responsibility? Nowhere they have mentioned it as SalesForce, right? So EOP is currently operating. Oh, EOP is a company. See, what I want to say is, see, these are all like, complete generic way they have taken completely. Okay, so if you understand the product very well, absolutely whatever way you say, like one certification, like admin, I can say like 1 month, 20 to 25 sessions. So precisely if I want to talk, 20 to 25 sessions, most probably I'll end up closing them. May take calendar days, 1.5 months something, but sessions wise 20 to 25 will be. Okay, whatever I say, I need to say, I'll be giving you some model questions as well for each and every topic. That is the way, that's what I'm saying. Actually, you are not there again. So what I'm saying is, I want to frame such a way that you don't need to spend for interview sometime, project sometime. No, that is not the correct way. So what I want to say is communication. Say, you are good at communication, no problem, but some of the people are just they have come out from the village. So what I'm saying is, don't waste your time. You spend here 4 hours, 6 hours based on your day. Parallelly, communication also develop for 2 to 3 hours. Okay, and you try to search from now on jobs how market is trending. Okay, daily I go, say for example, I'm finding it or fresher. Then I go and search various sites as a fresher fresher developer, fresher Salesforce admin. How many searches are done? Now what you need to do is to go and search what is the package rate. That is one aspect. Second one, if you, I'm saying today, tomorrow, day after you do that for next 10 days, you will become expert in the responsibilities. Then that will help you in interview as well. Because anywhere I'm teaching you, you can ask me questions. What is this? How do I justify? How you are asking now? If you ask me that, then I will say, see, this is what this. I will give you answer. So now you will build from now on onwards all the questions as well. Your interview questions, parallelly your certification questions. So that will help you not to prepare separate. You will have a sufficient question confidence improves. Okay. So these are, see, I'm not saying anything, but here is purely like, use at least 3 to 4 years of experience they're asking. See, intuitive, revision, committed, correct. These are all generic in nature. Okay. And being tuned with the systems integrators, alignment with the BI products, and being DI. What is the DI? With sufficient product knowledge. Obviously, you will acquire some knowledge. It's not only limited to time. How you are a friend or easily pressure. Okay, that's what the reason our practice is complete. Whichever way you want to see, but we need to enter into job. That's what I'm saying. If you manage, that's what I'm saying. Now you take a complete package. As you said, after 1.5 months, after 25 sessions maximum, 20 to 25. Okay, so completion is not the target. Okay, if you see that the same, I could have completed even yesterday by giving a definition. Okay, definitions anyway you can get on the internet also, right? Then what is my need here you to come help me? Why as a real-time person and why I'm a corporate trainer I'm giving you? Because that value I have to create. Are you getting my point? Then otherwise, abundant information is there in internet. Why do you need to come here? Isn't it? So what I suggest is yes, please tomorrow, day after also, as a fresher, whatever you may know, you also do search from now onward. Whatever sites we have for Dubai and all, you please search. And then try to take that responsibilities, put it in one area, understand what exactly. Are we covering or what you need to do many other areas? By that, you will also understand after few days, try to put 10 to 15 minutes for that searching. By that, how the trend, the market trend is going, you will get to once 1.5 month, you can prepare your resume by the time. Now on you prepare Veera, but like first of all exam, certified. Once you get that, immediately you try to. I am also planning to introduce training. One day I explain. Training is one. Training. Badges. So I want to introduce to students also trainers. By that, whatever you do, that you can show it to complete world. Because as a fresher, you can say I have completed batches or I have completed 100 batches. That also really gives a value. Salesforce is encouraging a lot. So one day I will explain. Okay. So I believe this answers your. See, if you are completely putting effort for this only, then definitely. Where are you working? Amazon. As it? 40%. 40%. For IT? Non-IT. Then obviously some work you have. I can manage this one also. You can manage it. See, I'll give you whatever tips you need. Based on your maybe further 1 or 2 sessions, then definitely I can. Okay. Welcome. చెప్పండి ఈ రోజు బాగుంది అంటే లాస్ట్ కంటే ఈ రోజు నా వరకు నాకు బాగా అనిపించింది అంటే కొద్దిగా మరీ స్పీడ్ గా కాదు స్లోగా కాదు బట్ టు ది పాయింట్ ప్రిసైజ్ బట్ స్టిల్ అంటే ఓ ఫస్ట్ సెషన్ కదండి బాగా అక్కడ ఏంటంటే స్లైడ్స్ ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి అక్కడ నుంచి బయటికి వెళ్ళాం ఇంకా ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే కొద్దిగా అందరూ 2022 పాస్ అవుతారు తుని నుంచి ఇక్కడ ఇద్దరు ఉన్నారు, వాళ్ళిద్దరు తుంగిలించట. ఇక్కడ ఉండడం కొద్దిగా కష్టం అండి, మరి ఇవే ఆన్లైన్ లో మీరు చెప్తే మేము తుని నుండి చేసుకుంటాము అన్నారు. అలా అయితే హ్యాపీగా చేయి, కాదట్లేదు. నెలకు ఒకసారి 15 రోజులకు ఒకసారి వచ్చి 2 రోజులు ఇక్కడే అటెండ్ అవ్వు. అప్పుడు నీకు ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే కూడా పర్సనల్ గా అడగడానికి ఉంటుంది. లేదంటే ఇప్పుడు ఎలాగైతే నేను ఆన్సర్ చేశానో అవన్నీ కూడా అలాగే ఆన్సర్ చేస్తాను. అలాగే డిఫరెన్స్ ఏమి ఉండదు. అంటే మీరే ఉంటారా మళ్ళీ రెగ్యులర్ క్లాస్ కి, ఇది ఓన్లీ డెమో కాబట్టి మీరు ఉన్నారా, ఇలాంటి అన్ని క్వశ్చన్ లేదు, సేమ్ క్వశ్చన్ ఉంటారా అలాగా అని చెప్పాను. సో అంటే నా వరకు అయితే సమ్వాట్ ఇంకొద్ది ముందుకు వెళ్తున్నాం అని నేను అనుకుంటున్నాను. అది మీరు చెప్పాలి, మీ రికార్డింగ్స్ ఎలాగా ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి. ఎందుకంటే వాళ్ళందరూ క్వశ్చన్లు అయ్యి అడుగుతాను. నేను ఎంతసేపు ఫ్రంట్ ఆఫీస్ అని చెప్తున్నాను ఆ రికార్డింగ్స్ గురించి చెప్పి. ఇస్తారు కదా. ఎక్సలెంట్ ఎక్సలెంట్. అదే ఇంకా అలా అయిపోయింది అనుకోండి, ఇంకా ఏం క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉన్నా వాళ్ళకి, ఎందుకంటే చాలా మందికి తెలియదు. బెటర్ అండి. ఇంకా ఏదైనా స్పెసిఫిక్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఉంది కామన్ గా అందరికి మీరు చెప్పేయచ్చు అనుకుంటే, అలా ఏమైనా స్పెసిఫిక్ గా ఉంటే చెప్పండి. నేను ఇక్కడే మనం 2-3 సార్లు మధ్య మధ్యలో, ఫస్ట్ స్టార్టింగ్ ఒకసారి, మధ్యలో ఒకసారి, లాస్ట్ ఒకసారి పెడితే అడ్మిన్స్ అండి. ఓహో, మాకు అడ్మిన్ అనేది సెపరేట్ ఉంటారా? ఇస్తారా? ఓకే 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 అంటారా? అయితే పర్లేదు అంటారు. అయితే పర్లేదు, అయితే పర్లేదు. షూర్. వాట్సాప్ చేయండి. అంటే నేను కూడా ఏం ఆలోచిస్తున్నాను అంటే ఇప్పుడు వీళ్ళందరికీ ల్యాబ్లు ఏమి మనకి స్పెసిఫిక్ గా, అంటే ఒకప్పుడు అంటే ల్యాబ్ ఫ్యాకల్టీ కింద అలా ఉండేవాళ్ళం కదా. సో ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే ఒక వాట్సాప్ కానీ టెలిగ్రామ్ కానీ ఒక గ్రూప్ లాగా, అంటే ఈ బ్యాచ్ 15th సెప్టెంబర్ అని చెప్పేసి ఒక బ్యాచ్ క్రియేట్ చేసేసి ఇక ఉన్న వాళ్ళందరినీ, అంటే ఓన్లీ సబ్జెక్టే కాకుండా మధ్య మధ్యలో మోటివేషన్ కూడా ఇస్తుంటారులేండి. అది ఎందుకు అంటే ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళకి ఏదో ఒకళ్ళకి డౌట్ వచ్చింది. ఆ డౌట్ ని ఎలా మనం మోటివేట్ చేస్తామంటే, ఎవరైతే ఆల్రెడీ కంప్లీట్ చేస్తారో వాళ్ళ దానికి ఆన్సర్ ఇచ్చేయడం. అలా దాన్ని మనం అంటే అక్కడలో వాళ్ళకి ఆ కొద్దిగా పొటెన్షియల్ తీసుకొస్తే మనం ఎక్కువసేపు ఫస్ట్ ఒకటి ఏంటంటే మనం ఎక్కువగా దానికోసం ఎఫర్ట్ పెట్టక్కర్లేదు. ఇంకొకటి ఏంటంటే ఎప్పుడైతే పక్కోడు చెప్తూ ఉంటాడో వాడికి కూడా వాడి మీద వాడి కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ బిల్డ్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, సో నేనైతే అలా అనుకున్నాను. కాకపోతే ఏంటంటే ఒకసారి మిమ్మల్ని అడిగిన తర్వాత ఓకే దీనిలోని టెలిగ్రామా, అదే నేను అనేది ఇలా ఒక ఐడియా పెట్టుకుంటే మెయిన్ అడ్వాంటేజ్ ఏమవుతుంది అంటే, ఆ పోటీ తత్వాన్ని కానీ మనం క్రియేట్ చేయగలిగితే ఒకటి అడ్వాంటేజ్ మనకి ఏంటంటే మనం ఇంకో బ్యాచ్ ఆ టైంకి చెప్పుకోవచ్చు. అది ఒకటి. అదే ఒకటి. ఇంకొకటి ఏంటంటే వాళ్ళు కూడా అంటే నేను కూడా దానిలో ఉంటాను కాబట్టి ఎవరు ఆన్సర్లు ఒక 6 గంటల్లోనో 5 గంటల్లోనో ఇవ్వలేదు అనుకోండి, రోజుకి ఒకసారి లేదా 2 సార్లు చూసి ఈ ఆన్సర్ ఇది అని నేను ఇవ్వడానికి ఉంటాను. మీన్ వైల్ ఏంటంటే వీళ్ళందరినీ ఏ విధంగా మోటివేట్ చేయాలంటే, ఎవరికి తెలిస్తే ఆన్సర్ ఎవరు కంప్లీట్ చేస్తే వాళ్ళ ముందు పెట్టేటప్పుడు, ఎవరి వ్యూస్ వాళ్ళు షేర్ చేయండి, నేను చూస్తూ ఉంటాను, అది కరెక్ట్ కాకపోతే నేను కరెక్ట్ చేస్తాను. అలా పెట్టాను అనుకోండి, అలా 2-3 ఎప్పుడైతే పెట్టి వాళ్ళని ఎంకరేజ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటే, ఒకటి వాళ్ళకి మంచి ఇంటర్నల్ గా బూస్టింగ్ ఉంటుంది, కాన్ఫిడెన్స్, సెల్ఫ్ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ డెవలప్ అవుతుంది. ప్లస్ సబ్జెక్ట్ కూడా ఇంకా నేర్చుకుంటే ఇంకా ఆన్సర్లు ఇవ్వచ్చు కదా. అంటే రకరకాలు ఉంటాయి సైకాలజీ ఇదంతా కూడా. నేను వచ్చానండి ఫస్ట్, ఎందుకంటే అందుకోసం ఈరోజు పావుగంట ముందు వచ్చాను. బాగానే ఉందండి. అంటే ఓవరాల్ గా డిస్టెన్స్ చూసుకుంటే 650 మీటర్స్ ఎంతో చూపిస్తుందండి. అంటే దీనిలో అలా చూపించింది, ఆల్మోస్ట్ అదే చూపించింది ఇది. కాకపోతే నేనంటే 12 నిమిషాల్లో నడిచొచ్చాను. అదే అంటే దీంతో పోల్చుకుంటే పట్టదులేండి, ఎందుకంటే దీంట్లో ట్రాఫిక్ అయి ఉంటుంది, దీంట్లో ట్రాఫిక్ ఏం లేదు, కూల్. అంతే కరెక్ట్ అండి. అలాగే వచ్చాను ఈరోజు. అందుకోసం ఏంటంటే నిన్న 5:12కి మెట్రోలో ఉన్నాను, ఈ రోజు 5 గంటలకి 5:04 మెట్రోలో ఉన్నాను, 10 నిమిషాల ముందు. ఎందుకంటే కూల్ గా రావచ్చు కదండి, 10 నిమిషాల్లో వచ్చేసి కూల్ గా. ఇలా అయితాను, ఎవరో లేరు, ట్రాఫిక్ లేదు, ప్రశాంతంగా ఉంది. అవునండి. ప్లస్ అది కూడా హ్యూజ్ ట్రాఫిక్ అండి బాబు, అది మెయిన్ రోడ్డు. అవునండి, మనకి ఎవరైనా మంచి ల్యాప్టాప్ రిపేర్ వాళ్ళు ఎవరైనా ఉన్నారా? అంటే ఎవరైనా ఉంటారా? అంటే ఏం లేదు, నాకు నా పాత ల్యాప్టాప్ ఒకటి ఉంది, అదేంటంటే ఈ కీబోర్డ్ పనిచేయడం లేదు, కీబోర్డ్ రిపేర్ చేస్తారా? ఎందుకంటే ఒకవేళ ఎవరైనా తెలిసిన వాళ్ళు ఉంటే ఇద్దాం కదా ఒకసారి ల్యాప్టాప్ అని చెప్పి, ఎందుకంటే దానిలో మొత్తం డేటా అంతా దానిలోనే ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి ఎవరికైనా బయట వెళ్తే మేము ఉంటే ఒకసారి ఎవరైనా తెచ్చుకుంటే అప్పుడు నేను తెచ్చుకుంటాను. షూర్ అండి, అర్జెంట్ ఏం లేదు, జస్ట్ మామూలుగా చెప్తున్నాను. ఎప్పుడైతే అప్పుడు ఒకవేళ ఉన్నారు అంటే ఇంకా మంచిది. అదే ఇంకేంటండి, అయిపోయింది గూగుల్ వచ్చేస్తున్నారు